Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm playing on the public FTOG server, playing Feed the Beast Stoneblock 3, and we've had a bunch of people jump on the server, which has been loads of fun, and I've been doing a few things here, and speaking of doing a few things, this is take 2, because I just looked at the last 20 minutes that I recorded, and it was boring, and it was putting myself to sleep, and I said, okay, I rambled, time to redo this. So, speaking of redoing, I took down all the moss, which I love the moss, I love the cave, I just prefer grass. Plus, you know, allows animals to spawn, including, I got 2 sheep here, we got some cows over there, I've been breeding them and making some, leather so that I could get a bag. Hey, look, I've got a bag. The backpack is very nice. I also made a few bits over here, bits and bobs. Here's a fun thing. If you've got a cobble gen working, you've got all sorts of burnable items, because 4 cobble makes a crafting table that you can burn. So that's what I've been using instead of using any wood, because why? This has been working really well as far as doing bulk processing. I also managed to, yep, 2 pigs down in there. I managed to get a couple eggs from the flying loot bees, and got one spawned in here, and bred up a couple, let them make a bunch of eggs for me, and then they were really noisy, and I killed them all because they were too noisy. Let's see, what else have I done in here? Oh, I hammered a path that away. Long distance. Let's see if we go to the map and we take a look. There's some structures out here. Let's zoom out a little bit more. About 1,000 blocks away, you start hitting nether bits, and then it was just nothing out there. So I said, well, hey, I'm bored. I'm out of here. That chewed up a whole bunch of stuff. I've been making these diamond hammers because I've got diamonds, so I've got lots of diamonds. But then I decided to actually process something. So I came into here, decided to go off in a diagonal, and I made the initial questy bits for the tinker tools, made the melter, haven't done anything with... oh, hey, I like that picture. I hadn't noticed that. Yep. Very simple little setup for smelting your stuff. Let's get the random reward. Another cobble gen. Yay. And then I went ahead and made this because I wanted to get some alloys, and I couldn't get some alloys working any other way. So what did I get? A blacker lotus. Ooh, that would be nice for starting up some botania, although you can't just use that. You have to have mana in the mana pool for it to work. Anyway, cobble gen. Yeah, that's very nice. Okay. Right, I got another quest. What else quest did I do? Oh, I just picked up my hammer. Okay, yeah, that's great. And power. Oh, I just got a random reward for power. Exploration. Oh, I looked at deep slate. Did I? I must have looked at some deep slate. Ooh, and a chisel bag. All right, so all sorts of fun goodness. Let me just dump all these things off into my various quest rewards section. There we go, plus tools. The one thing that I did notice is that I don't know if it's because of time spent in the game or maybe distance, that some of the loot bees have been dropping off some nicer items in here than, you know, the basic stuff. I'll make some chance, or break some chance cubes, but not near the base. Anyway, so this allows me to alloy some metals. I can do 3 raw ores and get 4 ingots, so it's a little bit better. These have been running very nicely, and if we take a quick look, yeah, we've got quite a lot of bits in here. I need to upgrade these to drawers, and this is why I closed and decided to ignore the last recording bit, because I waffled on and on and on about this stuff, and it was really dumb, and I shouldn't have. But here's what I've got set up here. I've got my original cobble gen underneath down there. You can't see it, but it's right through there, with a pipe connecting up here just to give me all the cobble I need, which gives me everything I need to burn things. Anyway, so getting that is really, really nice. Then I wanted to have lots and lots of just the gravel, dirt, sand, and dust so I can get the resources from them. Plus, as I've been expanding, I need more dirt. So, I've been doing that. These are the auto hammers. This is the iron, and those are gold up there. Had I realized how really good these iron ones are, I would never have made the gold. And there's also a diamond and netherite. Let's look at the hammer things. Yeah, so there's the iron, gold, diamond, and netherite. Yeah, I see no reason to make anything. Well, let's restate this. On the server, there's no reason to make anything bigger than iron. If you're playing single player, do whatever you want. Because the faster things run, the more tick they generate. But I'm sitting here, and this has 2K items sitting in the storage drawer. And look at that buffer. It's got a buffer of 4K gravel. I've got 6K gravel stored here. I'm good for gravel. I don't need to put any updates on here or anything else. I'm good. The other thing that makes me really happy is it says waiting for input. That makes me think this is a much smarter device. It's not constantly hammering every tick. Do I have an item? Let's process. Hey, do I have an item? It's taking a little bit of time between those. So as soon as these fill up with all their buffered items, they're all just going to stop. And I think that's an excellent idea. So this is great. Set this thing up. The one thing I wish by default, instead of pulling, which these do pull and they do push, so there's no extra cables that are necessary, which makes this pretty dang tight. Cobble gen, and again, I got a hidden cobble gen up there. If I would prefer to do this the other way around. I would like it to go from the left to the right. I kind of like processing from left to right. Oh well, minor thing. I could go in and turn them around by placing them from the other side and then fill it up with stone, but that sounds like work, so I'm not going to do it. And if I had been smart, when I built this, I just kind of said, yeah, 5 across, that's a nice even number, or that's a nice odd number. I like odds. This is, 5 across. This fits very nicely in there. And then I just kind of hammered this out, and then I went, these are 8. There's 6 here, 7, 8. And I've got plans over here that, again, doesn't fit. So that hurts my feelings a little bit. I may put 2 things over here. Yeah, it hurts my feelings. So what I want to do is I want to get some washing for all the different types. Fire washing, water washing, and the ghost hunting stuff with this. But for that to work, if we take a look at the questy bits, getting started, I want to make lots and lots of soul sand. To do that, I need to combine sand, mob soul, and some water in a mixer. This is the mixer from Create. And I've got the mob souls because I've been killing some of the, I've been killing all the things. I killed the pigs. There were like a whole bunch of pigs out here. Killed a bunch of cows that were wandering around out here and a couple chickens. So I've got the mob souls, but I need to make a mixer. So to do that, I need 3 parts for the mixer. The cogwheel, the andesite casing, and the whisk. Well, I've got the first 2, so let's go ahead and grab that whisk, and let's make that right now. Andesite casing and the cogwheel. Yay, mechanical mixer. And then I also need a basin to go underneath it. Yay, got the basin. Not that it gave me any credit for that. Let's break you, and then I'm going to put the basin down here, and the mixer should go right there. Yes, that should work. Get my millstone back out. Okay, so I need sand, a mob soul, and something else because I don't remember what it said. Let's see. Sand. Oh, water. Okay, that's what I need. Let's go ahead and grab a bucket. The one thing that I haven't updated over here is where my water is. I need to clean this, drag it down, and without it spilling all over. Oh, yes, this was the first one I set up, and I done random various things in here just because I was needing them. I did try to do the immersive engineering hemp in it, and that really didn't work. It would grow once, output, and then never grow again because that was terrible. All right, so water, and then we need a mob soul. So let's just... Oh, I think that may not go in because I tossed it. I also need a sand. Let's come back over here. Let's look in here. Yep, there's my mob soul. Okay, let's right-click. That's not gonna work. Did that fall in? Oh, it did fall in. Oh, cool. Okay, I'm gonna take you, and let's change you to whitelist for right now, and toss you in there. There we go. And now you can go back to blacklist. And there is my soul sand. Right-click that out. Perfect. And there's still some water in there, but I'll break that and get rid of it. So, with the soul sand, if I place it down... do I have a flint and steel? I don't think I've got a flint and steel. Let's make a flint and steel. All right, flint. One of you. One of you. Make. All right, so if you put this down, maybe, and light it, yes, this soul fire is what I need to blow the fan through, and the items with that stuff will get haunted. I can turn sand into soul sand. All right, so that's what I want to do. Let's go ahead and patch that. The problem is I don't want to just come up here and swap things around, and this is a kludgy thing anyway. Here's my thought. I only know of 3 things that I'm going to use the blowers for, the encased fans, and I keep calling them blowers, is water, and then I'll have a chest here, and then they'll have the haunted soul sand, you know, and sorcery and stuff, and then the lava. And I can't think of anything else that I would blow through the fan. So what I want to do is set them up. I also want to set up these funnels to sit there and pull in the items, although I think I'm going to use the brass fuzzles so that I can pull in just the stuff. I can blacklist the sand and dust and gravel and whatnots, so I don't pull them in. And so just outputs get pulled in. And then I also want to be able to dispense the stuff from above, and I want to put the water wheels back in there, so it's all kind of hidden. And I'm not 100% sure how to do this, because what I would really like to do is step this up a notch. I would like, because this is the normal speed, and it seems to blow. So there's 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks. Maybe this is counted the 5th block. So 4 or 5 blocks, it's blowing. If I speed it up more, it should blow faster. But I'm not 100% sure. I haven't played with this hardly in forever. So I'm going to sit there and spend some time off camera just trying to figure out how to set this up and how to get things done. I should be able to use the chutes to be able to move things about, so I can have a chest here that I put the items in, it drops them down, they get blown in, and I just collect the loot. That's my plan. Let's see how it works. I do believe I have been successful. Let's take a look and show you what I got here. So this is the little setup area that I ended up with, and I think it works. Now, what I did do is I went ahead and made a pair of brass funnels. And I had the brass because of the smeltery behind me, the kelp you get from using the crook on some sand, and so I got some of that and cooked it up. And then the electron tube requires some polished rose quartz, and that requires using sandpaper on rose quartz, which requires nether quartz. Well, I didn't have nether quartz, but now I've got soul sand, and because I've got this back here, I can make more soul sand very easily. And so that's what I did. Now, one of the things that wrong side. One of the things I ended up doing with this funnel here is by default, it just grabs everything. but I don't want it to grab everything. I want it to leave the soul sand alone. And the other thing that I find interesting, prismarine. No, I want prismarine, but if you take lapis and you throw lapis through here, you will get these prismarine shards and crystals. So I did several stacks for fun because I want those. Anyway, but the way to tell it not to, there's this filter here on the front. It's hard to see, but there's a filter here which you can set an item in it. But it won't let me block that item. It only allows it through. And everything else stops. And I'm going, hey! So let me see if I can grab... Targeted that. Yep. Okay. I have here a little filter from Create. And if we look at it, it's set for sand and lapis. And I'm denying them through. And because of that, that means anything else goes through. So let me click that back in place. And I need to make one more of these little critters. And this one, this one here, I don't know what I need as far as the smeltery piece. Oh, hey, I need to make the second piece. So let's go ahead and scrub this. Little sandpaper action. There we go. And if I put that on top of this, that gives me the electron tube. And if I come over here, you and you and you gives me a brass funnel. And there's two of them, which is cool because I only really need one right here. That's okay. And if I can back up just a little bit and go, boink. Okay, perfect. And then I put this in place to stop me from falling in, which is not fun at all. Now, to charge these all up, I've got the 3 fans here, and then I've got gearboxes. And I was playing with this. I thought I could just do it with 3 gearboxes and then connected with these shafts. But what ends up happening is one of these rotates. If I connect it to the center, it rotates in one direction, and then that changes, and these rotate in a different direction. And if these rotate, let's see, counterclockwise, if you're looking at them, the fans blow out. If they turn clockwise, then it turns the fan in the opposite direction and it sucks in, which is useful for other things, but not for what we have here. So what I ended up doing was putting gearboxes all the way across, and as I power this gearbox, it turns this the opposite direction, which is what I need. This gets turned the opposite direction. This gets turned back to the original, and then opposite. So these odd ones here, they give me the stuff I need. So back here, I've got the same triple wheels. I probably don't need all 3, but you know, I'm not using them elsewhere, so I threw them back here. And I'm having the water go this direction around, because the way I had it set up originally, it went the other direction and everything was backwards. It was sucking it in. So that's what I'm doing. I'm spinning this around, and then I've got this large cogwheel here driving a smaller cogwheel, which means this is actually a little bit faster. So these are blowing a little bit faster. I thought about putting a lot more so it's really fast, and I was lazy and said no. So that's what's happening. I'm going to go ahead and block these off so I can't see them anymore. Don't need to get back there anymore. Hello, Jack. This, you may be asking, Grok, why do you have just an oak plank sitting here? Well, because it's next to lava. And I was curious to see whether or not the lava would burn this. Now, if I take a look at game rule, do fire tick, and that's currently set to true, which means fire does spread. But I think the pack has it turned off because that's been here for like 10 minutes and it's not spread at all. So either it just doesn't, or I was lucky. One of those two things. This is the chute that I made, and that's really cheap. It's 1 iron, top and bottom of iron sheets or iron plates. And so that's 3 iron, and I got 4 of them, which means I can take a stack of stuff. Let's do a stack of you. I did 2 because I can. And you dump it in there, and it does a 1/4 stack per drop, which is pretty fast. I like that. Now, I'm going to take this guy and drop them in here, which should turn these into soul. If I don't get too close to that, it should turn them into soul sand. because what I want to do, yep, there's one stack of soul sand, and the one that I grabbed accidentally. Let me go ahead and grab them. Now, this one, the filter is sand and lapis. That's all I'm using. This one over here, let's go ahead and move you out of the way and click. This one here is using gravel, dirt, sand, and dust. And I was thinking if there might be another one, but so far I haven't figured out if there's another one I need to use. And so let's click, put that in there. Click. And close you. And I'm going to drop off a whole bunch of this because I want more quartz. I have very few pieces of nether quartz. And so this is the way I can do it. Why did you just... Remember how I was saying, yeah, I thought maybe there was another thing I should use for this filter? Maybe you spotted that before I did. Let's go ahead and put soul sand in here, too. Yeah. I'll just edit that in post. Nobody will ever notice that. Okay, so this should go ahead and generate for me the soul sand that I want. And no, I already have the soul sand. I want to generate this glowstone and nether quartz and gold. You know, I can produce gold elsewhere. That's easy. But that's not bad. Was that it for all of those? It's a pretty small amount of stuff coming out of this, so that's why I needed to grind quite a lot. All right, let's dump this back into here. I've done several tests already, but yes, that's working out very, very nicely. And I have an additional brass funnel to stick in the chest. And I got picked up by the hopper over here. Oh, a bee came by and dropped luggage and this, and I made scoria because I did the haunting twice on sand. First time turned it into nether sand, or yeah, soul sand, and then the second time it stood in there and it turned into the scoria, which does me no good. All right, luggage, let's put you down here where there's lots of space. Do you move with me? It's luggage that moves with me. And if you know your Terry Pratchett, you know exactly what's going on here. Can I half a heart? Can I shift right click you? Ah, okay, yes. Question, Mr. Luggage. If I put, let's not put that. Let's put something I don't care about in you, and then I pick you up, it keeps the contents. And let's see if I blow myself up. Nope, it won't put inventories inside of inventories. Okay, that's good. Will I be able to put you into here? I can. Oh, fine. Nice. That's good. All right. So that takes care of that. I'm not liking how this is not nicely symmetrical in here. So I think I'm going to remove these guys out of here and maybe change this a little bit. And I think this is where I could put the crushing wheels and the mixer. And I don't know if I need anything else back here. No, I don't have it in here. That grinder, macerator, mixer, whatever. Then I don't. Yeah, I think that might put that over here too. But at least I need the wheels. So let's take a look. Quest. Get this. A bomb. That's not so good. This. Ooh, get some nice upgrades. And there's the quest here to make the crushing wheels. Let's click on this. Yeah, see, for this, I need the mechanical crafter, and I need a bunch of... This is not expensive, but getting 21 of these is going to take a little bit of work, and I can't do it in here. So I need to set that up out there, and that's definitely worth doing. Let's go ahead and put that right there. That's not too expensive, actually, which is cool. And then the wheels, and yeah, I'm going to add those there to remind me to take that off. Inventory stuff. Soul sand. Let's grab that reward. Ooh, mob grinding utilities stuff there. That's nice. Storage. Hey, I got an upgrade that that worked for that. An ender chest. Did I get 2? I did get 2. Okay, that's a very, very nice reward. Let's go back to quests. Got this one. Oh, more of these randoms. A basic item collector. That I thought really, really carefully about making these, but I don't have ender pearls. Yeah, I can make. Well, I can't really. No, I can make a obsidian and I can pick it up. But I looked at these. Let's go ahead and just put you right here in the center. And it does not have the way to blacklist anything or say I want just these. So I need to make it an advance, and the way to do that is I need an Eye of Ender, which I don't have. Ender pearls nor blaze rods or powder and stuff. I don't have that. All right. So I think because I think I might make a whole bunch of these and make the grinding wheels. And here it is, all complete, which makes me happy. I'm running a gear underneath this one, connected to 3 water wheels, and that's sufficient to power this up. And if we put in the last, that looks like that's going to work. There we go. Clumpity, 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 clumpity. There was a sound. Ooh, kind of a clumping sound. I like that. And then they come together. It's cool animation, I have to admit. A wheel. 2 wheels. All right. Yay. So that takes care of that quest. Let's go ahead and hand that in real quick. So I got the mechanical crafter, a straw. I've been just waiting for a straw. All right, let's go down here. Crushing wheel. Get the random reward. Entangler binders. Did that give me anything? Not that I can see. All right. In which case, oh, there's a bee over there. Don't care. Let's get rid of this. Why am I really glad that this gave me this? Because here's a little preview for the next episode. What on earth could I be getting into with the next episode? Well, chickens. You can do a lot of resources with the chickens. This is going to make for me a flint chicken. And you can breed a lot of resources from the chickens, but there's some that you typically find in the world. Log chickens, things like that. But this is one that... hello, chicken. And it has me, a flint chicken. So I'm gonna be doing that. I will set these up, but I'm not feeling like doing that today. I'm feeling like going to bed because it's late and I've been having fun all day long doing this. And it's been a blast chatting with the people on the server and in Discord. And, as an admin, I kind of spy around on people's lairs and see what they're doing on their bases. And there's some really cool builds going on, which is loads of fun. And I may have kind of gotten the idea of the washing over there from Slight. Just saying. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here on the FTOG server playing Feed the Beast Stoneblock 3 and having a blast. And thanks for watching. Bye. Welcome.